It's your boy Matt, looking all sinister and malevolent in the dim light, like the truly terrible person I am, the worst possible person you could have as a housemate or a tenant in your home, or as my crazy bitch of a previous landlady would have you believe. And I've been very patient with this woman, but her entire thing has been I have given her more cultural relevancy and made her more special and important than she's ever been in her whole fucking life. She's this old Finnish woman. I've been very nice to her about these things, very patient. That's my thing. Um, but again, for her, she hasn't had any opportunity in her life to be significant. She used to boast about how good she was at maths in high school, and that was a fucking 70 years ago. And the fact that she's had a famous person in her home, and she's had the opportunity to complain about them and how terrible and all the problems they have, which are completely over the toply exaggerated, is being the most interesting fucking thing which has happened in this woman's 80-year-old fucking life. Now, I am very, like, the amount of tenderness and kindness which I have towards people and have had towards this person, right, does not get expressed in the videos I make. Like, previously I made a video on a similar subject, but let's be clear here, her behaviour has had consequences, and I need to fucking tell Elisabeth off for this. Elisabeth, you are a fucking bitch. I'm saying this completely sober, haven't drunk in days. I'm telling you, you have issues, okay? And what you've done is that you've made the problems that you make out that I have to get yourself attention. So what was happening is I was being actually quite badly abused by this woman. She's a crazy nut, and it takes a lot of patience to live with her. And the only people who live in the home that she has are people who don't have anywhere else to go. And we have this situation in Canberra because we have a housing crisis, and that allows these crazy old women who are running flop houses. And she is a very strange person, and I'm usually quite chill with that. Most people around here are pretty strange, and I get along with them. And I'd have all these weird situations where she'd be like putting fucking treated pine in the fireplace, and I have to explain, hey, can you please not poison everyone in the fucking house? And she'd constantly go into our fucking rooms. She never did a fucking inspection in her life. She didn't have the skills to be a landlady. And when things didn't work, she's like, oh, okay, all the problems in the world are the result of this guy. And eventually, because most of the people who live in the house are these immigrants who come from these traditional cultures where being elderly is something that you need to be very respectful of. And Elisabeth, I have been so incredibly respectful to you, despite the ludicrous conduct that you have done, how you've manipulated people in your family and around things to think I'm a horrible person, when really you've just found the most interesting thing in your life, right? You've got an opportunity to get attention. You haven't had this before, right? You haven't had a career. You haven't done anything, right? And that's fine. That's normal. And what you've done is that you've played up all this stuff and you've made out all these problems that must be with me, so people will give you sympathy and attention, right? And you've kind of locked yourself in this cycle, and I need you to shut the fuck up, you bitch, right? I don't care how old you are, the amount of fucking problems you've caused me for no bloody reason that I've been poor and had to live with a crazy old woman, is insane. So please, shut the fuck up, you bitch. I've never talked to you like this in my life. The most aggressive I ever was to you was when I knocked on your downstairs door relatively hard after you'd been quite abusive, right? And you played that up as if I was fucking terrifying you, and you taught that to the police and different groups as well. You are a bitch. You have behaved terribly, And just because you are old does not mean that you should get sympathy for it. Fuck you.